So simple tutorial.
Good morning students. Welcome to SST. This is Vijay Singh, your social science teacher for grade 10 and you are watching So Simple tutorial. Today I thought to tell you something about G20. You must be aware of the latest syllabus that the lesson of globalization from both the history and economic books are reduced. But if you see the syllabus, see the screenshot, that particular page in the learning outcomes, fourth column, what is written? Comprehends the significance of role of G20 and its significance in the light of India's present role. This particular sentence forced me to make this video. I wish that at least you know what it is and what its objectives are. So first, what it is. G20 simply denotes a group of 20. It is an international forum of major economies that plays a crucial role in addressing global economic challenges. It brings together the world's 20 leading economies to discuss global economic issues, coordinate policies, and promote international cooperation. G20, dear students, accounts for 2/3 of the world population, 75% of world trade, around 85% of gross world product, and 60% of world land area. The next question is, who are its members? The G20 members includes Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, and all the names you can see written on the screen, plus EU. So basically there are 19 countries plus European Union. The next question, when was it founded and why was it founded? Students, 1997-98 was a period of financial turmoil in Asia. It started with Thailand in July 1997 and then it spread to East and Southeast Asia. It had a devastating impact on the economies of this region, damaging currency values, stock market, and the prices of other assets. The countries most affected by the crisis were Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, South Korea, and the Philippines. So, G20 was formed after this Asian crisis of 1997-98 in 1999 as an informal group of the finance ministers and the governors of central bank of most important industrialized and developing economies to discuss international economic and financial stability. Now, how does it work? It operates through a series of meetings including finance ministers meetings, working group discussions, and the most important, its annual summit. The finance ministers and the central bank governors meet periodically to discuss economic and financial matters and prepare policy recommendations for the leaders' summit. Though it was formed in 1999, it had been holding its annual summit at the level of heads of state or government since 2008 when the USA first hosted it. At the annual summit, leaders and ministers from member countries meet to discuss pressing global issues and agree on collective actions. Thus, G20 has become a crucial platform for internal cooperation and decision-making on global economic matters. Now, who presides over the summit? The Group of 20 summit is chaired by the country that holds the G20 presidency. There is no permanent president of G20. The presidency rotates among the member countries according to a system. The 2022 summit was held in Bali, Indonesia. Then the presidency shifted to India. India held the presidency from 1st December 2022 to November 2023. So India, if you remember, hosted the 2023 summit. Brazil is presently holding the presidency since 1st December 2023 and will do so till 30th of November 2024, and therefore Brazil will hold the 2024 summit. Its theme is Building a Just World and a Sustainable Planet. The G20 presidency decides the agenda and hosts the summit too. The G20 does not have a permanent secretariat or headquarters. Instead, the G20 president is responsible for bringing together the G20 agenda in consultation with other members and in response to development in the global economy. The G20 was established to address global economic challenges and to promote sustainable development. The forum focuses on various issues including global economic growth and stability, international trade and investment, energy and climate change, education and employment, health and food security. Now let us talk the summit that India hosted. The India's G20 presidency, which took place from December 2022 to November 2023, had several achievements. India successfully hosted the G20 summit in New Delhi, which was attended by leaders from all member countries. There was a joint declaration from G20 members that condemned human sufferings and adverse repercussions of the conflict in Ukraine on global food and energy security. Third, a new network of railways and shipping routes was announced by the US, India, Saudi Arabia and the EU. This was done to increase trade between South Asia, the Middle East and the Europe. This is being seen as a counter to China's One Belt, One Road initiative. One very important achievement was accepting African Union as a permanent member. So practically G20 is G21 today. There are many more things, but for you this much will be enough. So we can say that India's G20 presidency was a success with several key achievements in areas such as global economic growth, climate action and sustainable development. Now coming to the last and most important point, the significance of India's role within G20. India's role within the G20 is very significant due to its status as one of the fastest growing major economies and its growing influence on the global stage. As a member, India gets the opportunity to actively participate in shaping international economic policies and agendas, advocating for its own interests as well as those of other developing nations. This way, India's presence in the G20 allows it to address key issues from the perspective of a developing economy. This gives India a platform to voice its concerns and priorities on the global stage and to collaborate with other member countries to find solutions to common challenges. So students, let me wrap up this session. Keep preparing for the board examinations. May God bless you. Thank you. Jai Hind.